Until we get a larger sample size of the Commanders playing against good teams, we still don't quite know what their ceiling is this season. But we're starting to see that they have a high floor. In week 3, they beat the Raiders fairly easily despite starting their backup quarterback, Marcus Mariota. It was a 17-point game, and Washington was in control essentially the entire time. It was such a thorough win, I thought to myself at the end of the game that they should take Mariota out to save him from possible injury for next week against the Falcons, if Jayden Daniels isn't ready by then. Imagine that, resting a backup quarterback with a win already in hand. We shouldn't take that for granted because that is not normal by any stretch. This was all, by the way, despite them committing a bad turnover, our coach getting trucked on the sideline, and our kicker missing a 37-yard field goal. Honestly, even with that missed field goal, it was one of the best days I've seen Washington have on special teams in a long time. Deebo Samuel and Jalen Lane were game changers on returns, and combine that with a dominant day for both the running game and the pass rush, and it was a beatdown in all three phases. Now, the Raiders might not be a good team, but they also aren't terrible. They were 1-1 going into this game, and they have Pete Carroll at head coach and Geno Smith at quarterback. I think they're probably going to end up as a middle-of-the-road team this season, and that arguably makes this win even more impressive, that it wasn't against a bottom feeder. I was looking back, trying to find the last time that Washington won a game like this, a blowout with their backup quarterback leading the way. And the last one was actually last season by Mariota against the Panthers. But Carolina was worse than the Raiders are this year, at least in my opinion. I think right now we're watching a Commanders team that, because of their coaching staff and talent level and depth, are well protected against a complete letdown. And that's also something to appreciate and not take for granted. You know how many letdowns I've seen during my time as a fan? It is reassuring to go into a Sunday feeling like the worst case scenario is very unlikely. They can beat bad or even mediocre teams when things aren't going well or when they aren't healthy. Now, whether they could beat the very top teams in the league, we're going to have to watch that play out over time. Up next are the Atlanta Falcons, who are not good. They just got obliterated by the Panthers and are 1-2. But I now feel really good about that being a win, even if Jayden Daniels can't go.